everyone, my name is Hyeonmin Park and I study French at Seongkyungan University. Today, the topic that will be presented is voice phishing crime technique and how to respond. In South Korea, the quality of voice phishing crime is increasing every year and it makes serious damage. Through this presentation, I will cover the current situation of voice phishing, crime methods, evaluations of crime reactions, technology, and directions of development. Is the table of contents for today. Before presenting the current situations of voice phishing, I will clarify the definition of voice phishing. Voice phishing is known as phishing personal information with voice due to similar pronunciations between phishing and phishing. In legal definition in South Korea is telecommunication financial fraud. Voice phishing is not only simple scamming using voice in the wide definition. It means the whole financial stealing process by using technological methods such as smishing and spoofing. All parts of the phone scam are called voice phishing in South Korea. According to the level of damage figure by year, the number of crime, the amount of damage, and the number of victims kept increasing. When the methods of voice phishing are divided into fake financial consulting, government institutions, impersonations, and SMEs, the fake financial consulting recorded the highest damage. The cause is the urgency of a victim who needs a loan became easiest target. Traditional method, we are using the script of government's financial institution impersonation. Impersonation of the close person of a victim and micropayment smishing. However, with the development of technology, new technology started showing up. In the USA, there is one case that used deepfake to fake on CEO's voice to make employee transfer money. Also, there is also a same shopping case in Germany where a security vulnerability in telecommunications network has been exploited to mutate the call number to 110 as a national emergency number. The way fraudsters approach victims with impersonation script shows the change in network communication. Now we use wireless communication, not like in the past. Also, network communications with SIP protocol is used with extra technology such as IPPBX, VPN, Simbox when a fraudster calls a victim. It is first changed to an internet phone via IPPBX, and the SIP protocol is passing the Simbox via a VPN network environment. Simbox delivers communication signals to the victim via base stations. The victim then accesses the malware app and URL is in this month to invite in fraudster. When that happens, the malware takes over victim's cell phone and sends signals from victim to fraudster. I will explain the detail on the next slide. Okay, the ecosystem of voice phishing is shown in this picture. The voice phishing organizations stay abroad such as in China and the Philippines, when fraudsters call victim from abroad. It connects to the victim route through a VPN network through a Simbox installed in Korea. The core elements of the voice phishing ecosystem are like this. The fraudster uses an institution impersonation script to device the victim. Also, they use VPN to avoid dispatch tracking. Sometimes they use autocall to find a victim who wants a loan. Simbox changes its overseas number to South Korea number and modulated IMEI values to avoid tracking. Thus, a fraudster approaches the victim and leads to install malware app or access the URL. The malware infected victim UE delivers the victim's personal information and incoming call to the fraudster. Autocall is mostly used for spam calls such as advertisement. I will explain how to use it by referring to the slides. Subscriber contract additional autocall outgoing service after opening number 171 071 100 through 070 the subscribers enters the append number into the autocall service tool. When a counselor calls on unspecified number, it displays the call number as a rotation among the numbers entered in the autocall tool and attempts to reach the recipient. It is impossible to connect with the counselor even if the recipient tries to connect with the display call number. They use this autocall service to conduct a long consultation survey to victim. A record voice will guide you to dial in if you want to borrow. If the victim dials, the call is automatically cut off and the victim cannot dial the call number. When the dial is pressed, the dialed the victim's phone number is stored in the database and the fraudster calls the database. Simbox is the main core is voice phishing. As previously described, the number of overseas call is changed the South Korea numbers through Lord's Hormone or Yusim. Simbox is simple in structure, unlike regular cell phones with many functions. It uses a 4-module using antenna, a voice processing module, and modem to allow only call signal and voice processing functions. The modem of Simbox almost use cocktail companies, even it is common to install Simbox in certain places. Investigations and crackdowns have intensified. They change the we operate. It is installed in our code using the characteristic that it consumes less power due to its low functions. This method is difficult to track because it moves and operates differently from what is easily found when stored in one place. If the Simbox is confiscated the using will also be confiscated. Therefore, to avoid using confiscations, Simbank, which has used him, has installed an operation in South Korea, where Simbox, which does not have USIM overseas, was introduced. If you look at the bottom left picture, the green right means that the phone is on connection, but the USIM is not stopped. Another function of Simbox is changing IMEI. IMEI is a 16-digit serial number of a mobile carrier device. When the police track the Simbox, they try to track it with an IMEI value used with the number reported. Simbox tracking is possible in the area once the IMEI value is confirmed to which local base station it communicates with. However, this IMEI value is changed. The IMEI value cannot be found only by the reported number, making it impossible to tracking the location of the Simbox. A fraudster impersonates two different institutions to a victim of financial institutions and the prosecutions. If they impersonated financial institutions, they lead to victim to install a malware application saying you need to download a mobile banking application. The victim's cell phone is infected with malware when downloading on applications that looks the same as a normal banking application. There is a list of representative numbers of South Korean institutions in the malware. The victim calls the financial institution's representative number to see if fraudsters roles are true. At this point, if the number is on the list, the phone is forcibly connected to fraudster, not to the financial institution. In addition, personal information such as public certificates on victim phones is leaked as well. Is it possible to distinguish which of the two pictures below is the real financial institution applications? The right is the real financial application, and the left is the malware application used in voice phishing. The prosecution impersonations case is similar as well. They provide malware URL to the victim pretending like the prosecutor and asking him to confirm the facts. Since he was involved in a fraud case, the victim is surprised that he or she is involved in a fraud and clicks the URL without the dot. The web page that was entered at this time is a fake prosecution page created by the fraudster. If you look at the homepage pictures, the right screen is the real prosecution website and the left is the fake website. The two are exactly the same. It encourages the site to enter the name of the victim and resident registration number or social security number to search for incident. The personal information entered in that way is passed to a fraudster. The document shown on the right is fail official documents created by fraudster. This official document is also difficult to distinguish from the real document. Additionally, there is voice phishing with account hacking through social media and portal sites. First, they hack the victim account or collect data such as friend list and Orion's phone numbers. It then generates the same messenger platform profile such as Snapchat. The left picture of the slide shows a notification screen that a portal site account has been hacked. In this difficult state, he approaches victim or clients and borrow money. This slide is present condition of manual to wall voice phishing crime method. Correct, it will go down to gateway on connection, the communications, or it will not support communication. The HSS manages the IMEI and IMSI and blacklist of the device and the usage status of service anomalized. Also, by using CDR data, recognizing certain communication pattern is available. This response can be similar in the IMS environment. It is also possible to detect Simbox through radio wave detection, which is a wireless signal. Data analysis in packets that communicate real-time through Simbox is also possible when Simbox is acquired. Malware is being detected through a vaccine program in the cell phone environment. In addition, text and voice real-time analysis also allows users to suspected voice phishing if suspected of voice phishing. I have tabled the response technique described. There are limitations on response technology when divided greatly. First, network analysis cannot find communication starting point when using VPN. In addition, wiretapping issues arise when real-time packet data is checked. Simbox has various technical limitations. First, when the Simbox shifts accurate location detection becomes difficult due to nature of the method of tracking radio signals. In addition, the communication service of the Simbox has changed from 3G or to VoLTE support because 4G or VoLTE radio signals have a short distance to limit signals. Accurate location detection by radio wave detection is difficult. Criminal voice analysis is used to identify the voice of the same person. This technique is used to identify further crime committed by arrested criminal. However, it is difficult to secure voice recording data because not everyone is recording on the phone. In addition, voice has limitations in analysis because it is difficult to distinguish and easy to change when the surroundings are noisy. In addition, CDR, IMEI, INSI playlist, and abnormal call states are difficult to access. Analyze and investigation in South Korea due to privacy issue. Thus, I would like to suggest additional solution by considering this limitation. As described earlier, it is difficult to access the data that remains of the victim's personal information. Therefore, the most accessible and highly effective response method when responded was concluded as Simbox detection. Simbox plays a key role in voice phishing. If there is no Simbox, victims can distinguish between fraudster and actual institutions. Therefore, I propose Simbox network detection location tracking and Simbox management service server hacking. The overall flow of the proposed technology is provided on the slide. I will explain the detail in the next slide. The first technique proposed is to detect the remaining data during network communication of the Simbox. First, it is a technology that combines UUID and signature to track. It is concept that manages the overall Simbox that exists in South Korea. The network nodes detection system is method of extracting and detecting certain value of the Simbox. Generate a profile for the entire Simbox used in the crime. It is also a way to verify that a different Simbox is communicating through each step. Port scanning is the main technology used here. The figure on the right shows the actual Simbox port scanned to nmap. Port 600, which is rarely used in normal environment, is open and used on HTTP daemon called rapid logic in this way, it is a way to detect a Simbox by collecting on combination of value that considers spacious. The second technology I suggest is tracking the location of the Simbox. The current Simbox is provided LTE after 3G. Therefore, it is necessary to develop technologies that can be detected for the radio waves via L3 radio waves. If this is difficult, is also necessary to consider how to downgrade LTE signal to 3G. It is still logically conceived, but I think it is technology that has a high possibility of reality. The following is a method of mapping to type of information, base station information with the reported number and IP location information allocated by the mobile carrier. In the case, the range can be narrowed down clearly, and the current radio wave detection technology, which can detect the only 3G, can detect the location of the Simbox. Finally, the proposed method is one that can proceed after detecting the Simbox. The follow chart of the technology shown only shows that there is a management server that stores the set value of the Simbox. The picture below shows a screen captures of the actual access to the management server of the Simbox. Simbox's server includes who it was talking to and the IP address of the starting point of the communications. Therefore, reliable data related to voice phishing organizations can be obtained. If it is not possible to request and access the Simbox manufacturer, it is possible to hack the management server account with all data remaining in the Simbox with physical forensic. The next page is reference, and this is all I prepared. In fact, voice phishing has a long history and use of network, which requires more descriptions due to limitations of time. I was not able to explain everything, but I think the frame of the study is fully described. Thank you.